Hello, it's Dave Dunn here at FastFlow, and in this video I'm going to be guiding you through the setup process for using Fast Stripe alongside Fast Members so that you can accept Stripe credit card payments on your site. So the first step we want to do is make sure we've got Fast Member installed, and then we want to actually install Fast Stripe as well. So from the add-ons page, just want to install it, and if it's already installed, just want to make sure it's activated. So once that's installed and activated, you just want to come into the settings for the FastFlow dashboard, and you'll see a new panel appear for Fast Stripe. So this latest version is called Fast Stripe SCA because it covers the secure customer authentication, which was recently introduced, and we're kind of in a transition period at this time of this video. It's not mandatory just yet, but it is going to be mandatory. So we've prepared your Fast Member sites for this by updating Fast Stripe, and it's now called Fast Stripe SCA. So what we want to do basically is add in our API keys, and we're going to use this in test mode. So once we want to use test mode, we're going to check to enable this. But first we're going to get the details from Stripe. So if we go to Stripe, and inside Stripe, you want to come into developers and then API keys. And you'll see here you have a publishable key and a secret key. You basically want to copy both of these. So we'll copy the publishable key, and you want to paste that in the test mode section. And then you want to paste in the secret key as well. And the process is the same for when you're not in test mode. So if we turn it back into live mode, the keys will be available for you to use, obviously in live mode. And once you've got those keys, you also want to get the webhooks. So basically inside the Fast Stripe SCA panel, there's a webhook URL. Just want to copy this. And within Stripe, you want to add in an endpoint. So you'll see here I've already added the endpoint, but if you just go to add endpoint, you can paste in that endpoint and then receive all events, and make sure you've got it to the latest current version. Okay, so once that's set up, you're pretty much ready to use Stripe with your Fast Member site. So I'm just going to enable test mode to make sure this is set up for use with test mode. And we're just going to save it. Okay, so that's saved. The next step is to actually add the form to a page. So you've got your Fast Member products set up. So we're going to go to our products list. And all we need to do is basically make a note of these product IDs. So basically there's a couple of ways that we can add the form. There's a shortcode that we can use, or there's a system with the fast forms, which I'll show you in a second. But first I'll show you the shortcode. So basically when we add a new page, we're going to give the page a title. So we'll just call this Stripe Checkout. And what we want to do is basically copy this shortcode. So this is the shortcode for the form, and we just want to paste that in. Now you'll see here the products ID. So if you remember, we have a products list. You just make a note of one of the product IDs. So say we want the monthly or the yearly product. So the yearly product is number 3, sorry. And then you've got options here for the payment button text, which is get started now, and the terms. So basically if there's a subscription product, you may want to have terms that they understand it's a subscription product. I'm going to leave this as the default so you can see what happens when we add it. And then there's an option here for showing the PayPal buttons. So basically Fast Member has the built-in payment buttons for PayPal Smart buttons, and we can either choose to turn them on or off here. So if we leave that with 1 selected, that'll turn the Smart button on as well. So if we just publish this. Now we are going to be adding a block, but the most effective way that we decided was to use the block for the fast forms. So while we're adding a shortcode here, and WordPress is trying to phase out the use of shortcodes, we've actually got a better way of adding the form using a block. So I'll show you that in a second. Okay, so when your customer is going to visit your site, this is basically the form that they're going to be presented with. So there's 2 steps to this. So they enter the name, the email, and then they go to step 2, Dave, and then they go to step 2, and then they enter the credit card details. And obviously there's the option there if the terms are enabled in the form. And then there's the option for PayPal if you want them to choose PayPal or credit card. And they can go back and re-enter the details if they didn't if they weren't sure they got it right. But this is the basic form, yeah? So the customer can make a test purchase, so we'll just do a test purchase here. And we'll just make a payment. So you'll see the user's taken to the thank you page. This has been used for testing something else earlier, so don't worry about the message. But you'll see that the user's actually been logged in. So after they've purchased, they're going to be logged in. But if we go back to that page now where the form was, and you'll see the form slightly changed. Because we're logged in, it recognizes the user as being logged in, and it recognizes that they've made a recent purchase. So that basically it shows their saved card details, or it lets them enter a new card. So you can use this for one-click upsells, and obviously you can modify the form so it doesn't have the PayPal button and the terms if you don't want those. And basically they can make the upsell using the saved card details or enter new card details as appropriate. Now there is another shortcode that I'd like to show you. So this shortcode here is actually used for adding a members billing area. So if we just copy this, and we basically just want to create a new page, so we'll just call this members billing. And if we simply just add that shortcode here and publish it, if we copy that link and view it where we're logged in as a customer, so this site here, you'll see when we visit the members billing page as a customer, there's now a members billing area, and you'll see the card that's stored and any upcoming invoices that they have, the due date, and they have the option here to cancel. So they can remove the card, they can add a new card here, and they can actually cancel any subscriptions themselves if that's what they want to do. If they press cancel, they'll just have a popover asking them whether they would to confirm if they want to cancel, and then if they want to cancel, they'll just OK it, and that will cancel their subscription, and they can also remove the card details from here. So that should help you reduce any support requests if your members can actually manage their own billing. Now, in another video, I'm going to show you how Fast Forms works to create flexible fast payment forms to use with Fast Stripe and Fast Member. So I'll see you there.